Hello, good morning. My name is Zhihui. I'm working in the Institute for History of Natural Science and Accounting of Sciences. I also have a co-author as Zheng Yongchun. Today, our presentation topic is about the heritage conservation research on lunar exploration, a Chinese perspective. Because my camera doesn't work well, so I just show a picture of mine. This is content list of our presentation. Firstly, we will talk about the brief history and background of lunar exploration. Compared to the Western countries, the ancient Chinese culture has a special tradition watching the moon. There has been a lot of art, legend, story about the moon, and the famous person who firstly fly to the moon was the goddess Chang'e, and he was considered to be the first human being who fly to the moon in the legend stories. Sometimes we played a joke compared to the flying legend of Daedalus, who flied with his son to the with the artifact wings. They didn't really quite fly far away, but Chang'e she really fly to the moon, and the ancient story of the astronomical research make us more willing to focus on the moon, which is a little different from the Western focus on Mars. Under the background of the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union were far ahead in lunar exploration, especially during the 1950s to 1970s. When we're looking back at the past history, the United States and the Soviet Union carried out a series of lunar exploration and sampling missions from 1959 to 1976 against the backdrop of the Cold War. In 1969, the United States had already achieved manned lunar landing, and in 6 lunar landing programs, astronauts collected a total of 381 kilograms of lunar soil and rock samples. The Soviet Union also harvested 321 grams of lunar soil in 3 unmanned sampling missions, which included the Lunar 16th, Lunar 20th, and Lunar 24th. This is a picture taken from the journal Nature. It shows the geographic distribution map of the previous 10 lunar samples before the before the Chang'e 6 of China. It talks about the original significance of lunar heritage, aiming past space exploration activities and radicals. So from this slide, we can simply say China's achievements in lunar exploration and the when we talk about the lunar heritage, which belong to the space history, we should also think about the heritage scientific value. The Chang'e theory has achieved multiple tasks such as orbiting the moon, landing, and patrolling, which provided the valuable scientific data and achievements for humanity. In Chang'e mission of China, which is also the China's lunar exploration project, was officially launched and approved in 2004, so China's lunar exploration mission has been taking place for 20 years. Chang'e 4 landed in the pre-selected area on the far side of the moon on January 3rd, 2019, making the beginning of China's global leadership in lunar exploration. Chang'e 5 was launched at the end of 2020 and subsequently landed on the near side of the moon, carrying 1,731 grams of lunar samples. Chang'e 5 was the first sampling mission in the 50 years since Apollo project of the United States. Chang'e 6 was launched this April 2024. It is the first time in human history that samples have been taken from the far side of the moon. There has been a phenomenon that shows the multipolarization and the diversification of international lunar exploration. In the second half of the 20th century, other countries have actively attempted lunar exploration, demonstrating the diverse exploration methods and targets, including Japan's Slim and the Indians' Chandrayaan 3. Except that France, the United Arab Emirates, and the Pakistan voted on China's Chang'e 6 mission to achieve their own country's lunar exploration for the first time. Then, as for the second part, we'll talk about China's lunar exploration program. What's the next step of China's lunar exploration? Deep space exploration is increasingly becoming the main battlefield of space strategy games among major powers. In the future, lunar exploration will involve multiple aspects such as base construction, scientific research, and resources development, and also will become more international and commercialized. In the near future, China's eighth mission will fly to the South Pole of the Moon, forming the basic cap of Lunar Research Station and the South Pole together with Chang'e's seventh mission. China has set the goal of landing Chinese astronaut on the moon by 2030 and building a basic lunar research station on the South Pole of the moon by 2035. The Artemis program aims to safely send astronauts to the moon and return them by 2024 and establish a regular residency mechanism. Then, as for now, the lunar exploration in different countries has shown the diversified detection targets. The future lunar exploration will be more diverse and in-depth, including not only scientific surveys and resource exploration, but also more challenging and forward-looking goals such as lunar base construction, commercial tourism, and resource utilization of the moon, managerial resources. As for the third part, let's look at the legacy issues and challenges of lunar heritage. There has been very serious lunar heritage and legal conflict issues, which has bring a lot of concern of the people from different countries. The heritage and natural resources on the moon have significant value for future space exploration, but the international community lacks clear legal provisions regarding lunar resources and heritage. At present, there are only the Moon Agreement and the Outer Space Convention, which has been signed in the 60s and 70s, which is kind of out of date because the world is changing so fast. For example, there have been three related questions which has brought the attention. The first question is as that, will there be any legal issues if China flies over the lunar side of the United States? Will they sue China to kind of ruining their moon heritage of the space exploration? The second question is as that, for example, will lunar site be linked to the resource utilization? So is there an unfairness for the latecomer countries as for the lunar exploration? There will be a third challenges of China-US space cooperation when we refer to the lunar heritage and legal conflict issues. After the end of the Cold War, the complex geopolitical and international relations between China and the United States in the field of space will continue to pose severe challenges to space cooperation. In 1999, the United States announced the Cox Act, which was brought by the Cox report. And since 2011, the U.S. Congress has enacted the Wolf Act. We call it Wolf Amendment, which forbids the direct cooperation, bilateral cooperation between China and the U.S. in space, including space science, space technology, and space utilization. So we can see that the international cooperation is crucial for exploring space, but there's also a certain space race as it's called. China maintains an open attitude towards international cooperation and hopes to collaborate with international space community in lunar exploration, development, utilization, as well as sharing data. So let's see this final part of our presentation. The future sections for the protection of lunar heritage. Besides the radicals of the space exploration, especially the moon radicals, lunar exploration data is also a form of lunar heritage. We can say there is news from NASA with Chang'e 5 successfully landed on the near side of the moon and brought back the moon samples back to the Earth. China had launched an effort to join the U.S. The former Soviet Union in obtaining lunar samples. So especially in the 1960s, U.S. used to share 1 grams of soil with Chinese scientific researchers. So NASA hopes China shares its data with the global scientific community to enhance their understanding of the moon, like the Apollo missions did, and their Artemis program will, as they promise. But actually, we would like to see when Chinese have complete data release policies and sample sharing policy regarding lunar exploration. sample data, which have been published on the official website of the National Space Administration of China. So the interested individuals, researchers, and the scientific community could apply for using the data and download them. So the legal and ethical suggestions for the protection of the lunar heritage. I would like to say I hope to develop some universally recognized and binding methods through dialogue, rather than extending the vast law to the international community. Until so far, not China, the United States and the Japan country has their own domestic law related to the moon protection. Expanding the conceptual extension of lunar heritage, lunar relics and their scientific and cultural value, as well as the human spirit they embody. Date itself is also a legacy. We write the Moon Treaty appropriately. Only by working together with international community, including China, Europe, and the United States, even also Russia, and other countries, can we achieve sustainable development in space exploration and make greater contributions to the progress and development of human civilization. Thank you so much.